warm welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Hishain Ali and let's have a look at the headlines first. World Bank downgrades Sri Lanka to lower middle income status. General public's use of online transactions should be increased. Central Bank official emphasizes. News in detail. Sri Lanka has been downgraded by the World Bank to a lower middle income country from an upper middle income level in their latest country classification by income levels released as of yesterday. Sri Lanka was upgraded to an upper middle income country by the World Bank exactly a year ago. Sri Lanka's per capita gross national income has declined to $4,020 by the 1st of July this year from $4,060 a year earlier. The World Bank in a statement said that the latest income classifications use the GNI of the previous year and accordingly the GNI numbers that are used for this year's classification do not yet reflect the impact of COVID-19. The World Bank also classifies countries based on GNI per capita in 4 categories, including low income up to $1,035 and the lower middle income level between $1,036 to $4,045. World Bank have also newly categorized the upper middle income between $4,046 to $12,535 and high income level above $12,535. The core cabinet spokesperson, Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena, states that the final report of the MCC agreement by Gunaruwan Committee has been submitted to the cabinet by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa yesterday. Speaking at the weekly cabinet press briefing at the Department of Government Information today morning, Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena added that each cabinet minister has been asked to submit their opinions on the recommendations in the report. Accordingly, the final report of the proposed MCC agreement compiled by the committee headed by Professor Lalit Siri Gunaruwan was provided to the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa last week. Thus, addressing the weekly cabinet press briefing today morning, co-cabinet spokesperson Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena added that the final report of the MCC has been given to the Cabinet of Ministers yesterday by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Moreover, each cabinet minister has been asked to submit their individual opinions on the proposed Millennium Challenge Cooperation Agreement. Gunawardena said that the government will not sign any agreement with any country if it is harmful to Sri Lanka. He further stated that the present government is adopting a common foreign policy for every state. Moreover, the cabinet has decided to withdraw all the agreements signed with the foreign contractors relating to the construction of the Ruwanpura Expressway by the previous Good Governance government. Co-cabinet spokesperson Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena noted that the government has decided to direct the implementation of the project to the local funds since it has been found to be more beneficial for the country. The then government in 2014 under now Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has proposed the construction of Ruwanpura Expressway linking the Southern Expressway from Kahatuduwa, Ingiriya, Ratnapura to Palmadulla. In the meantime, although the project was planned with foreign funds under the Good Governance regime, the present government has decided to implement the project under the local funds, claiming that it is more beneficial to the country. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the proposal made by Highways using the funds from local banks and the services of local construction companies. Construction work of the first section of Ruwanpura Expressway from Kahatuduwa to Ingiriya is scheduled to be completed by the end of this year, Co-Cabinet spokesperson, Information and Communication Technology, Higher Education, Technology and Innovations, Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena added. Moreover, the government calls the electricity consumers to pay their bills in full until a proper solution for the issues related to the household electricity bills is found. Co-cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena added that a proper method for the payments issues will be introduced by the cabinet next week. Stay tuned for more news right after this commercial break. Welcome back after the break. In a bid to uplift cashless transactions, Lanka Clear launches two new initiatives, the payment exchange name and direct debit authorization, to encourage the public to continue online transfers that grew immensely during COVID-19 lockdown. Lanka Clear, the operator of Lanka Pay, unveiled two new initiatives towards making payments easier, faster and convenient. Thus, payment exchange name and direct debit authorization were launched recently. Payment exchange name is a nickname-based real-time person-to-person or peer-to-peer payment system facilitated via Lanka Pay Common Electronic Fund Transfer Switch. PEN enables customers to make P2P payments amongst PEN member banks conveniently, securely and error-free. With PEN, customers no longer have to provide their bank name, branch, account number and other details when requesting for a fund transfer. This would minimize the mistakes made by customers in making an electronic fund transfer. Due to the ease of making fund transfers, PEN is expected to attract less tech-savvy customers, also to adopt electronic payment modes in making fund transfers, which is key to making financial inclusivity a reality. The second initiative is direct debit authorization, which is another extension of the Lanka Pay SEFTs. With the launch of the DDA feature, customers would have the convenience of giving a mandate to the bank of a third party to pull up to a certain amount of funds from their bank account on a given date, without the customer having to initiate the payment at his or her end. Speaking at the launch of the Payment Exchange Name and Direct Debit Authorization Director of Payments and Settlements of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, D. Kumaratunga added that even though banks are investing in new digital platforms, there needs to be more awareness creation for people to use more new digital technologies.
So we know that the SEFT has become a pillar of the initiative to digitalize retail payment in Sri Lanka. So in last year, 2019, what you have seen is that SEFT has increased more than 100%. It took more than 1.3 trillion transaction, value of transaction. And April, so I think SEFT has increased more than 85% to 90% transaction compared to 2019. And if you consider the cash, I have seen that 28% drop in April and 10% drop in May. So that is also a good sign. But don't know it will be increased in the next few months. But during that period, it has decreased. That is our target. The most of the system, what I have seen in the last few years, the banks are investing a lot of money for the development of these some of the projects and the systems, digital payments. But it has not gone to the general public. So that's a major problem we have seen. The awareness should be done.
World Health Organization warns that outbursts of COVID-19 are possible in the near future as countries have commenced lifting restrictions. WHO Director General Dr. Ghebreyesus made this warning yesterday, addressing the regular COVID-19 press briefing.
We will never get tired of saying that the best way out of this pandemic is to take a comprehensive approach. Find, isolate, test, and care for every case, trace and quarantine every contact, equip and train health workers, and educate and empower communities to protect themselves and others. No testing alone, no physical distancing alone, no contact tracing alone, no masks alone. Do it all. Countries that have adopted this comprehensive approach have suppressed transmission and saved lives. Flare-ups are to be expected as countries start to lift restrictions, but countries that have the systems in place to apply a comprehensive approach should be able to contain these flare-ups locally and avoid reintroducing widespread restrictions.
Stay tuned for stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 39.37 points to close at 5,109.04, and the S&P SL20 dropped 29.40 points to close at 2,229.32. The turnover was 1.5 billion rupees and over 37 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. And that's all news for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care. Good night.